specialists in wine broking and in wine retail. We have a retail shop in One Marina Boulevard with an extensive selection of wines. But back to this morning's event. We have a very unique afternoon plan for you today. Apart from tasting the 2001 vintage, we will also be getting up close and personal with the winemakers and wine owners from these 16 chateaus. We are also very happy to be planning a series of masterclasses in the afternoon and a gala dinner at night as part of this Bordeaux Starlets event. Another key highlight for us today is the on-premise tasting. I think it's never been done in Singapore on this scale before, where a few lucky individuals will get to taste the 2011 vintage, which is still being matured in barrels in Bordeaux. Today we are also very happy to have Lisa Brown, one of a very small group of masters of wines here to introduce the 16 chateaus and the 2001 vintage. So without much further ado, I'll introduce Lisa. But before that, we'd like to thank Resorts World Singapore and also the 16 chateaus for making this happen. So enjoy the evening. Janice, enjoy the afternoon. Sorry.
Thank you. Talk very much at this juncture. I'm just here today to help moderate and guide everyone. We've got a lot of Bordeaux on offer today, a lot of great Bordeaux on offer from maybe some lesser known vintages and perhaps some lesser known chateaus as well. So what I'm going to try to do today is guide everyone as best as I can through all of the Bordeaux that we're going to be looking at today and give a little reference point at each stage that we're getting to. So today, with the media and a few friends, we're looking at 2001 vintage, generally speaking. And I was a little bit miffed that we were looking at 2001 vintage. It was one of my best kept secrets. I love this vintage 2001. I was over in Bordeaux actually in spring of 2001. I think it was late May. And I remember it started off as a very hot, precocious season, and everybody was really kind of nervous. They thought, oh gosh, you know, when are we going to be harvesting? You know, it's so warm and everything's happening so quickly. But then everything cooled right down, and that made everybody a little bit nervous. But the great thing about 2001 is it stayed nice and dry, and this is the essential thing in Bordeaux. So it was a very long, maybe cooler growing season with a lot of hang time. And some of the wines that produce are very elegant in style, great structure to them, some incredible tannins. Those tannins had a really nice long hang time, and some incredible wines were produced. A lot of people, I think, were a little bit nervous. Maybe they downplayed the vintage. It was coming right after 2000. The pricing came out wonderful, and that's why I snapped up a lot of 2001s myself. So it's very exciting to look at these 2001s that we have over here now. Actually, I can't even talk about 2001 without actually saying something about Sauternes and Barsac. Wow, what an incredible, I mean, it is one of those vintages of almost a lifetime. It was an incredible vintage for Sauternes and Barsac. And the wines are just amazing. If you haven't tried the Giraud and the Couté over there yet, you really, really have to. They're incredible wines. The other exciting thing, actually, is because not all of the producers or the chateau that we have here today had 2001s to show. So we've got one 2005 over there and two 2009s. And the reason I like looking at those next to 2001 is because they show the stark contrast of great vintages that can be produced in Bordeaux, but very different styles. So from 2005 to 2009, we had much warmer, riper vintages, a lot more flesh to them. Whereas 2001 is a lot more elegant, understated, quite complex still, but really lovely structures to the wine, lovely acid and tannin lines to the wines. So I hope you really enjoy those. Now, I'm going to go and introduce all of the chateau owners. I'm still sort of getting to grips with them, but in the next couple of days, I'm sure we're all going to be best friends.